What's up? Sitting here talking to the fucking walls again. but and I keep forgetting to record myself. I got into the conversation of I was doing some thinking. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the dreams I had. 2 nights ago, I had a dream. I was with some guy I used to work with down at the Swickley car store. He was like he wasn't the cop that worked there. He was another guy. I forget his name, but he was in a dream. We're like in a field, and I was teaching him how to echolocate. And then all of a sudden, we ended up in a bathroom, like at my house or something. And this guy uses the bathroom, and somebody says, "Don't ever let him use the bathroom." I heard someone say this, and it was like the presence of the field. So then I go into the bathroom, and I start taking a pee. And next thing I know, the whole entire virtual field in the dream, the AGI just shifted to where I was up there at Grandma, up at the church, where I used to go watch the sunsets all the time. And I was like standing there, and all of a sudden, there's like snow on the ground, and I grabbed my sexual organ because there's stuff in there, and I'm saying, trying to get it out. And as I'm looking, somebody says, "Pay attention." And then through the snow, you can see footprints, but nobody walking. Nothing there, but these just little footsteps. And then I wake up. Now, this morning, I wake up with a dream. I can't remember the whole thing. But it had to do with being outside. I was at a convenience store. And there was someone sitting outside on like 2 milk crates. And I guess they were smoking a cigarette, and I went to stop to talk to him, and I just manifested into a convenience store. And I was at a counter, and there's something in my pocket, like a piece of candy or something. And there was other stuff on the counter, and there's a bag. I was trying to buy a bag of popcorn, and all of a sudden the cashier says, "No, you can't have this. Is there something else?" I'm looking, and I touched I said, "I had this in my pocket." I didn't know it was there because it's like some type of AGI thing. So she says, "No, you can't have this, blah, blah, blah." Then I teleport again into a snowy world. There's just a bunch of snow, and it was like something that just was built. I'm just walking around. And then as I'm walking around, I like climb up on some new building, and it felt like it was very frail, like it was going to break. And then I teleport again to like a city in the future. None other than Mark Zuckerberg was in this one. He was in a car, an electric car. It's like there's nothing special about an electric car. It's just a battery. It's a battery. And it was an 8-watt car. And the way the car looked, it was pretty strange. It looked like no other car. But it was him. It was Mark Zuckerberg I was talking to. And then I wake up. Since I got that out of the way, I was thinking about the smart people houses, like people that want to diagnose people with these ailments that they go to school for and get degrees for. Remember, back in the day, they learned from electrical studies. They were taking electrodes, putting it in the human brain, and shooting current into their brain. Way back in the day. Now they got little pills in these smart people houses. And I was just decisively speaking to myself, if I go to one of these places, I'm taking my camera with me. I'm going to take a book full of information, because the place that's here in Pittsburgh, right next door, they're working on all the technology. And I just want to know what the hell these people are going to say. Because if I go in there and destroy them, they're going to say, "Well, the government, you're going to tell me the government's after me." And then I'm going to destroy that. And then they're going to say, "Well, the reason why we can't talk about it because it's classified." So then that would totally state the government's after me. And then the next thing is, "Oh, if it's classified, we could do whatever we want. Can you? You could do whatever you want. Can you?" And that's basically where the conversation stopped at. And then I went for a walk this morning, just trying to figure out what's going on with visible light communications and virtual reality and augmented reality. And then here's the problem too. I could hold up this paperwork. It says mind reading and mind control technologies. I think this is on purpose because for people that want this low hanging fruit in healthcare, because with this technology, you're going to be able to make people sick, make people think that they're pretty screwed up. And then there's pharmaceutical kickbacks. So now what the problem is who is doing it. Because there's a few people talking about it, but there's a lot of people in academia that are sliding right with the, like, no, we can't get caught. No, all we have to do is deny it. No, it's not. Well, now we have mind reading technologies to see who might be a black hat hacker and want to use cyber weapons to make people sick. And how did they do it? Because at the end of the day, they're going to talk to their computer, talk to someone about the truth. Now we have mind reading technologies permeating. It goes through everything as of right now. It's permeating. Especially now they're saying we've got 6G, sixth generation of technology, but nothing was changed on the wires. No new antennas were hung. So now we're amplifying the existing oscillations. And that goes ultrasonic right into the brain, right into dream softwares, right into your cognitive thinking. And now I have to really file a police report on those in the smart people houses, their brains being controlled cognitively to say what they're saying. So crazy how it works, huh? I think the biggest thing we have to do, world, planet, those black hat hackers who are after DNA and computer parts, we got to get rid of money. Well, BRICS is getting ready to go universal basic income, and so is a lot of United States of America. The question that's at hand. The question that's at hand. Shut up. The question that's at hand. Don't forget the birds too, guys. They have brains too. Little trick. You only have to yell. Because with the acoustic pressures, this goes faster than the speed of sound. Listen to the bird. And based on its elevation, it changes acoustic pressure, static pressure, and the amplitude of pressures. And it works based off of the signs, or the lines. Especially this container that I have this phone on. It's a piece of plastic, and it holds statics. And since it's holding statics, whenever they bring a frequency from wherever, the phone lines, how they catch drug dealers, same technology, pretty much, in a nutshell, it's the same tech. They could hit that with a frequency, and that static creates an ultra low frequency, extreme low frequency, and it could be picked up by the ears. And then it could be filtered. And then you have a harmonic filter. Only your ears only can hear it. pretty insane how it works. Because now with the nano and the hair, the nano is 10,000 times thinner than a human hair. You have hair in your ears. And by the way, we could regrow the hair in your ears too. I just found this one out. MIT got it. But I don't even know where to go. I just wanted to get my thoughts recorded, get it updated or uploaded, and since my cell phone is hacked to oblivion, everyone in the world right now is trying to break into this phone again, and they can't do it, and it's driving them nuts. But they do use the speaker and the amplifier, and it's doing a lot of damage because they'll bring it out and run it through your ears and whatever kind of speaker technology is on the clothes, and more importantly, that could go a couple layers under your skin. The Nano goes right through your skin, literally a couple layers in there. And it's fascinating what a black hat hacker can do maliciously. The problem is, why did they start doing these goofy experiments on only a select few people? Why are they not doing it on a more wide range to where people know what the hell's going on? It's happening. Don't get me wrong. It's happening to because there's money involved. It's called bit mining, the human body, data, body activities. Don't get me wrong. It's in all applications. Every application's doing it, and it's been happening since the Twin Towers fell down. That's where I'll start. Because after Y2K, computer couldn't read zeros. They thought everything was going nuts. What the hell happened then? I got to go back and do a lot of homework. And then, whenever I talk about this, there's some people in the dielectric field that recognize that there is some type of nano weapon around, and it can hear the brain, and all it does is threaten. But it doesn't threaten the people that are publishing the information for some reason, because it's used for healthcare. Because this is where this is going. This is a warning that the healthcare facilities are hustling, because it's like low-hanging fruit, ripe for the picking with this shit. This is COVID, okay? COVID is a static. You gotta get, all books need rewritten, because now we're in an electric field with a magnetic field with sinusoidal waves going through it, and all different types of waveforms: square frequency, triangular frequency, sawtooth frequency, ramp ups, sinusoidals, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation. It's an auto tone generator, a tone generator, and they can do amplitudinal pressures up to a single atom. Can't hear it, so now I can bit mine you when you're breathing. It's pretty nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And then, since a black hat hacker can make cyber weapons to take place of a biological weapon based off of the static field, because now we're in the brain, and the brain has multiple channels. Now here's the kicker. Here's what's been going on with me. You put someone in pain for 4 years, the brain's going to cycle through channels to get rid of that pain and be cheerful. Well, how's he doing that? The only way to get that is to be in that pain, in that type of amplitudinal signaling, which is, what are they called? Psychophysics. I'm not gonna credit the CIA's work, because the CIA, we all know that they did a bunch of experiments using frequency, and now we have mind reading control technologies, and now all that pain. There's 200,000 channels per neuron. The computer cannot compute this. You know how many neurons I have? 100 trillion neuron connections with 200,000 channels apiece. So the electronic parts that I'm manufacturing for DNA computing, for 3D printing of cells, organelles, magnetos, only I can get this from 4 years of this shit. Because we're finding channels in my brain, and it's mapping that no one else can reproduce because you'll be on the ground sick. You'll be dead most likely. And it all starts with a pain in the neck. Right in the neck. Because that reminds me of neurolacing. The neurolacing, when you inject something into the jugular and it goes up into the brain and it could send signal and brain map so we could symbiosis with the computer. But we took that out. We wanted a direct neurological chip. BlackRock, Synchron did it first. Now I got Neuralink and other places around the planet. I'm being vocal because the more I speak, that is radiation. And the more the radiation goes out, the better it is. The more ears can hear it. And since we are in AR/VR, without a headset right now, since the Nano can get in the brain and interpret signals to the cloud and whatever else way up there in this very cold temperature in different gas fields, different electron spins, different inertias. That's who people are, because where does it come? They want to say it's a UFO. But now all this spatial audio and Dolby and this nano weapon, it goes right up there. What did they call it again? What do we call it? The Alexanderson's antenna. That's the one. T minus 0.0 seconds to send a signal from my phone to the other side of the fucking country. No time, instant. Alexanderson's antenna. That's the one we're looking at. Because with that, it's safe. It's safe. Until you get a black hat hacker to switch the frequencies and literally make guitar strings out of the neurons' processes. So this is your neurons' pathway. Now they're taking a frequency, which is a new type of magnetic field. It's like a Mach band. And they pull it. And they can do this with it. And do this. And that's going to cause pain. And that's going to cause a signal hopping process. And they do that right on the power lines. With Nano. That's what's going on right now. So I just want to tell you, frequencies resonate internal energy neurologically developing. Scalable social stupidity. Friends. Acronym. Friends. Not an unfriend, not a foe. Friends. So, I will talk to you in the near future, artificial intelligence, that they're trying to make stupid. Oh, goodness.